Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and I want to do a real quick video because I did a video recently that seemed to ruffle some feathers, and in that video I shared 3 secrets that heating and air contractors don't want you to know. And so this video is just a quick follow-up to that. I obviously struck a chord with a few folks, and some of the things that they're commenting are either inaccurate, maybe they're just not as experienced enough to have run into some things. And so I just want to touch on that. One of the comments I get a lot is on the first secret I share in there, where I talk about how heating and air contractors will change their prices based on how busy they are. And I didn't mean to offend anybody. I didn't know it was this big of a deal, but apparently a lot of people were upset that I shared that with you. And so a lot of their comments will be like, well, that's just supply and demand. Or they'll say, you know, you're an idiot. You're telling me you don't ever change your prices. I think the ultimate thing is, I think as long as you're honest about it, if you're a heating and air contractor and you're trying to hide it, that you're now going to raise your prices or lower your prices, then, you know, that's on you. If you are offended that I shared that with your customers, well then, you know, that's on you. We change our prices. I'll tell my customers that direct for lots of different reasons. If the job is more involved, if it's more labor intensive, if it requires more of a certain type of material that we have to equate for. But also there are things like there is a such thing as charging more for a job if it's a nightmare. I have told customers before, hey, my guys, my premium heating and air, top of the line professional guys, they're not handymen, they are top of the line heating and air professionals. And if I send them into your crawl space, they will quit unless I hook them up. And so I've got to bid accordingly. I have to give them a bonus so they don't quit and do your work, or we just simply can't do your work at all, you know? And so I'm always pretty transparent with that. If you're not transparent with your customers, that's on you. You know, if you're offended that I'm sharing secrets that you don't want them to know, then that's on you. And then the last thing I'll say is I've had the comment that, oh, well, you don't change your prices based on how busy you are. We don't. You know, I don't know if it's because we're blessed enough to be in a part of the country that we just stay busy enough, because we stay pretty busy all year round. But I do have competitors that will change their pricing. If they're super busy, they'll gouge customers. And I say that very openly. They are gouging the customer, in my opinion. They're not just raising it a little bit because they're busy. They are gouging the customer. And if they're not busy at all, they lower their prices. Sometimes we're talking about thousands of dollars. They're either way higher than us if they're busy, or they're way lower than us if they're not busy. And so again, I don't have a problem with that. That's their deal, right? But if you have a problem with me telling your customers that, then that's on you, okay? You're the one with the problem. I'm going to tell people your secret. The second one in that video, I have had more comments than anything, and that is I share a story about a company that I used to work with, and one of the guys would add batteries to hardwired thermostats, knowing that when those batteries get low, that the customer will have issues. And so I've had a lot of comments on that. I've even had heating and air guys say, I've been doing this for a certain amount of years and I've never run into that. Well, maybe if you keep doing it for a few more, you will, okay? I don't know what to say to that when folks are like, well, I've never run into that. Well, then good for you. But I have. And my other thing I would say to that is, it's probably possible that you've been misdiagnosing systems. So you've walked in, you found that the thermostat is malfunctioning, and you replaced the thermostat not knowing, because you have never run into it, that all you needed to do was replace the batteries in the thermostat, or take them out. Just take them out if it's hardwired. And so I had a lot of pushback on that. I've had HVAC guys comment, they've called me names and sent me messages and all these different things. I am telling you, there are thermostats on the market that if they get low batteries, they will have issues. They'll stop sending voltage on the reversing valve wire, and so it's going to be in heating when it should be in cooling, or vice versa. Or one thing that they'll do a lot of times is they won't send voltage, the relay inside of there won't close and send voltage on the backup heat, on the W or W2 or whatever thermostat you have. But again, I stand by my original video in that there are some. Now don't get me wrong, there may be thermostats on the market that this is not the case. But I'm telling you, there's a lot of thermostats on the market that if you put batteries in them, they will have issues when those batteries get low. You won't even get the little prompt that says low battery. It'll just start to malfunction. They're not like a smoke detector. They don't use the battery just as a backup, and they don't just magically flip from one to the other. That's the other comment I get. Well, if it's got low batteries, then it'll flip back to the hard wire. They don't magically just flip a switch inside of there. It's got batteries that you've now put in, and it sees those, and it's trying to use them, and they've gotten low, okay, and the system is malfunctioning. Why that is, I don't know. I've never studied the electronics inside of a digital thermostat. I just know that I've been on enough service calls, and I've actually had folks call me where I never even had to go on the call, and they explain to me what's going on at their house, and I say, change your batteries, and then call me back and tell me if it doesn't fix it, and if it doesn't, I'll come out. And I've done that enough times to know that it is accurate for me to say that the thermostat having low batteries, even if it's hardwired, will cause issues if they get low, okay? Now, again, you can make the argument that there are times that it could lose the programming if they lose power and there's no batteries in there and an extended amount of time goes by, it could lose its programming. You can make that argument, and if you want to put batteries in there, by all means, put batteries in there. I'm just telling your customers, again, I say it again, you guys that get so offended, don't be so offended when I tell your customers that when those batteries get low, they could have issues, okay? I'm not saying it's a scam, okay? I'm just telling your customers a secret that obviously you don't want to know. And again, before you comment on this video and tell me how wrong I am, if you've never run into that, then you've just never run into that, okay? Maybe if you do this a little bit longer, you will. I don't know, but I'm telling you, I've seen it enough times that that is accurate for me to say. If it's a hardwired thermostat and you put batteries in it, when those batteries start to get low, they could possibly have issues. And then the last one I'll just touch on real quickly. I haven't quite had as many people comment on it, but the last secret I share in that video is that you can check your own warranty with a lot of companies, a lot of manufacturers. You, the homeowner, can go on there and check your warranty. If you didn't know that and you're not sure where to go, just go to our website, newhvacguide.com, scroll all the way to the bottom, click check warranty, find your brand, click that, and you can put in the info and check your own warranty. There are companies out there that will say, oh, well, your warranty didn't get registered, or it didn't get registered properly, or whatever the reason is, and they'll tell you that the system is no longer under warranty and they want to sell you something. You will have the ability to go check the warranty yourself. So again, I'm going to wrap up. But again, if you have issues, if you're a heating and air professional and you catch my videos and you take offense to something I've said, that doesn't mean what I said is inaccurate. It just means you're the one with the problem. You're the one that is unhappy that I'm telling your customers what you're doing. That's on you. I'm sorry you're so sensitive. That said, if you are a homeowner and you're in the market for a heating and air system, before you spend thousands, go to my website, newhvacguide.com. It's a guide. It'll help you avoid some of these scams and mistakes that I go through that these guys are offended by. And I share all kinds of things like no-nos in the business to stay away from. I even have a page for good and bad heating and air brands, and no brands paid me, unlike other websites, to be higher on that list. So before you spend thousands, check out that website. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button. We'll see you next time.